final game here at Latimer Park before the festive period. Let's have a quick look at the Kettering Town lineup, shall we? We'll have a look at both of them actually. It's Captain Gary Mulligan today. Brett Solkin's going to start the game on the bench, so captain today is Gary Mulligan. As I just look across and see both the sides entering the arena, it's number 1 Paul White in goal for Kettering Town, number 2 Caelan Thomas, 3 Ben Tosland, 16 Tom Marshall, 5 the captain Gary Mulligan, 14 Gary Storer, 7 Lyndon Meikle, 8 Aaron O'Connor, 9 Rennie Howe, 10 Ben Milnes, and 11 Rhys Honers. On the substitute bench for Kettering, 12 Liam Bateman, 4 Brett Solkin, 15 Matthew Stevens, 6 Michael Richards, and 18 Ibi Akindi. And for Dunstable Town this afternoon, their captain is John Sanuga. Their goalkeeper is number 1 Nick Hayes, 2 Peter Kilso, 3 Gideon Okito, 4 Alex Ward, 5 John Sanuga, 6 Kieran Ogden, 7 Eldon Makatwabi, 8 Ethan Lamptey, 9 Charlie Black, 10 Andrew Asaya Bonsu, 11 Ty Ward, and on the substitute bench this afternoon for Dunstable it's number 12 Ben Collins, 14 Ryan Young, 15 Aro Amu, 16 Daniel Triff, and 17 Johnny Barnett, my apologies. But well, that's the past now, and it's the first home defeat for Kettering here at Latimer Park this season. And well, you'd like to think that there's not going to be a repeat of that today, Matt, is there?
Well, you really hope not, but as I said, you know, this is Kettering Town, and there are times where we do struggle against some of these teams lower down in the league, especially if they're fighting for something. But it will be Ben Milnes.
We've got Cookie up here on the gantry. When did he sneak up? Is he going to be all right?
Oh, a double bounce is ahead of there as that goes over. Goal kick came off O'Connor last. Yeah, you're right. Caelan Thomas to hopefully launch this into towards the penalty area. Instead goes for a flatter throw, finds Rennie Howe, who finds O'Connor. Ball played forward from Lyndon Meikle. Storer tries to set up the ball before it's stolen from him, and now there could be a break here, although that's a great well-timed tackle there from Tom Marshall. Tom Marshall not playing on Tuesdays, but can on Saturdays, and plays that ball all the way to Paul White. Marshall then decides to hoof the ball up, and I'll tell you what, he got a lot of power onto that. Great control from Ben Tosland, who I'm sure, well, you say about people at fault, possibly he could have dealt with the ball a little easier in that first goal Hereford scored. So I'm sure he'll be. I've got to say, not one to chuck stones in glass houses, but Tom Marshall, with him being quite a big chap. Oh, hang on, here we are, Rennie Howe with the first chance of the game. Oh, and it's only just gone wide. Well, first real test here for Paul White. He will have his wall organised.
Yeah, needs to keep an eye on this. It's a decent one, but it's. Well, no real problems for Paul White. 9 minutes played here at Latimer Park, still no score. Oh, I do love an optimist, Matt, but I think that's ridiculous on the extreme. Yes, summer's on its way, according to Matt.
Yeah, won't be what we want to hear anyway.
Won't be saying that this time next week, I can assure you. It's going to be mightily chilly for the next week.
Great control there from Rennie Howe. Has a shot, low down,
and there's the first goal. Rennie Howe was through, had the strength to hold off the defender, and on his right foot drew the keeper out, pulled him to one side and slotted the ball into the net in the far corner. And Kettering have that early lead, and we've played 10 minutes here at Latimer Park. 1-0 to Kettering Town. Decent finish from an experienced player, Matt.
Certainly, you know what, he had the defenders there trying to get the ball off him, but he just kept composed, just kept running. Got into a great position and was able to get the shot away, and that shows you the experience of Rennie Howe. You know, this is a great opportunity just to get your players in form, though. You know, get them ready, get them shooting, getting them on target. Because you know what, they're going to come up against tougher teams, and starts on Boxing Day against St Neots, followed by Kings Lynn.
Yeah, the games come thick and fast, and there's no easy.
Oh, the referee getting in the way there,
getting a challenge in the back there. He might get a yellow card for that. The Dunstable Town player. That was quite a hard challenge. Here's Rennie Howe. Is he going to get it on his left foot? He does, but it takes a real good deflection. It's just going to trickle through to the goalkeeper, and it's going to be in swinging, of course. It's going to be Ben Milnes with it. Here it is. It's a big high one, and Mulligan's up there. Oh, the keeper was rooted to the spot. You're listening to live commentary here on Poppy's TV with myself, Nigel Green, and Matt Spearman, bringing you the live commentary as it happens. Here comes the ball. Lamptey swinging it in, but that should be decently defended, and a shot coming in from the number 9, but that's trickled easily through. That's from Charlie Black.
Yeah, he looked a little frustrated there when he was holding on to the ball. It almost seemed like no one was ready to receive the ball, and he almost looked a little confused of where to actually send that. And that sort of quick break Kettering possibly tried to get didn't quite work out for them. But Gary Storr's gone through now, and Aaron O'Connor gets the ball, and it bounces awfully for him.
In a game like this, you kind of want a game like this done by half-time, wouldn't you?
Certainly, you'd want to see a few goals as well. And Rennie Howe tries to get that ball in the area. Honez was teeing up a shot. The ball didn't fall to him. Tosland jumps. Storr with the ball.
Can have a crack at it, and he does. Deflection.
Deflection again, and that's
leading Beacle.
Yeah, he's grown in confidence, I think, as this game continues. I know the cross from a few seconds ago wasn't great, but he's set up Ben Tozen to cross the ball in. Does get a deflection, actually, as that ball was driven in.
That was a really good ball in as well. O'Connor was there to sniff out anything of a chance, but it was pretty well defended in the end. Ball in, it kind of hits off of Rennie Howe, and he's balled in the back post. Oh, you thought that it was just going to be tapped in, but that's really good defending. You wouldn't expect a player with his experience to panic in the box, would you, Rennie Howe? No. Probably somebody of a few years younger than him, maybe, but not a Rennie Howe. Ball coming in the box. There's a clear header, and there's the second goal. Yep. And it's Tom Marshall. Rose like the proverbial salmon. Nobody around him. Head and shoulders above everybody else. Headed the ball, centre of goal, but the keeper had no chance. And Kettering have that second goal we've been talking about before half-time. 2-0 to Kettering Town. Well deserved, Matt, on the balance of play, isn't it?
The set piece was great, wasn't it? That corner was perfect.
So you can hear James's opinion at full time when he pops in with Cookie and the rest of the guys. And of course, we'll always try and get another player as one of the management, as well as one of the management team as well. But just at the moment, Dunstable with a decent break forward. It had the potential to be. Kettering looking to come forward again here with
great passing. You know, that triangle there was superb.
Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a penalty. That's the clearest penalty you'll see all season. Absolute, well, virtually a rugby tackle. And there's no way, and well, they're shouting off, and it could well be a red card, this, because he's clearly through on goal. And
I was going to say he was through on goal.
That's a goal-scoring opportunity, isn't it? That's got to be a red card, isn't it? He's got to go.
I think it's going to be a yellow. I think he's feeling sorry already.
It is a yellow, but surely that has to be a red card, doesn't it?
I mean, he'd turned, he was heading towards goal. You know, you see them.
Well, he's
away.
And O'Connor with the penalty kick, but he's missed the last two. As Aaron O'Connor. Well, the thing is, yeah, we don't like to see players getting sent, but the rule of the game are, Matt, did denying a goal. Was that not a goal scoring opportunity?
I think Honez was about to fire that ball into the back of the net himself.
So do I. He was clear through, wasn't he? Got another choice. Here's O'Connor, right-footed penalty kick. He's put it wide. He's missed that one as well. 3 on the spin. Aaron O'Connor's missed. Well, goodness me. That's got to be some sort of unwanted record, that is. That could have been game over.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I'm sure Rhys Honez won't quite forget that, as well, he's probably not forgetting the fact that he got took out in the penalty area and felt it should have, well,
injustice really on his behalf that the penalty wasn't scored, wasn't it, really? That's quite clearly a foul. Most obvious penalty claim you're going to see this season.
And Storr has just about found O'Connor. O'Connor gets the shot in. Yeah, left-footed shot, lacked the power, and I just hope that penalty hasn't knocked his confidence. Whether he will continue his football with Kettering after Christmas and into the new year, or if he'll be back at Peterborough, I'm sure we'll find out nearer the time. But the game kicks off here at Latimer Park, second half, and Kettering play the ball forward. Honez just outstretched there and couldn't quite get on the end of the ball, but Tom Marshall, who's done very little wrong in the first half, gets the ball forward. Honez now tries to get the ball past the goalkeeper. Taken out almost by the number 3, I think this time. It's
Hereford going at great guns again, but only just at 1-0 up, so maybe a chance that Chesham could possibly get something from that. It's another decent journey, that, isn't it? Hereford down to Chesham.
Yeah, it would be commendable if they managed to make a few of them away trips, plus all the cup games, trophy games, and do their Christmas shopping as well.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There's a long way to go in this season so far, with us only just approaching Christmas, of course, so a lot of football will be played, and probably more so for Hereford, as they're still involved heavily in the FA Trophy at the moment.
Lining the ball up, aren't they? They're lining players up on that edge of the penalty area, trying to get the shot in.
Kane Thomas, I don't know whether that says what an easy game he's had. I don't think we've hardly mentioned his name, have we, during the course of this game?
Not really, no. I think Ben Tozen's probably had a bit more of the action in the first half. But Marshall plays that ball forward. Great ball again. And I know it sounds awful, but you look at Marshall. I'll just let this play out, see what happens here, corner. You look at Marshall and you wouldn't think footballing, passing...
Exactly.
The reason why you've got him there for.
Well, that's what me and Paul Cook were talking about during the first half, while you were having a chat with James Brighton. That, you know, for a big lad, he's quite fleet of foot. He's got a really good. He's in there now.
He's going to have to just be careful because
some nonsense going on. Yeah, he's got a really good spring on him when he gets up for the header, as we saw him for the second goal. But
now I couldn't quite work out what happened there, because it was the corner, and I don't know if there's a slight disagreement beforehand, but
a lot of pushing and shoving. And
referee, I'd say he's lost
involved.
this, hasn't he? He's lost this because he's got the players just following him all over the place.
It's like a farmer herding sheep at the moment. They all seem to be just going into one area of the field, and I'm not even sure the referee knows who he's even got to speak to at this moment in time. But we'll get the end result in a minute. Aaron O'Connor looks like to be one of the players who's standing right in front of the referee. Who's he calling towards him? Again, 2 or 3 players milling around. I can see the 4 there. Alex Ward. Is he being spoken to by the referee? No. And they're still
blowing his whistle.
You know, he's not got pushing and shoving going on. I think that's 2 Dunstable players actually pushing somebody away. And well, this is really turning into a complete nonsense here, because the referee's not taking any charge of this whatsoever. And another blow of the whistle. That we're not really sure what's going on. Well, he's definitely speaking to Alex Ward, and I think that's Aaron O'Connor there that he's speaking to as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like
he's just covered over at the moment. Can't see. He's taken 2
Aaron
names.
O'Connor there, but
well, that's taken an awful amount of time to sort out, hasn't it?
But the thing is, he didn't show any authority there, did he? No authority at all to stop that straight away. That's
exactly.
Very disappointing.
Yeah, it was. It's not a great bit of refereeing, really. I know there's, to an extent, there's only so much you can do when all the players gather together.
Well, there still seems to be, you know, some disagreements going on down there.
But it is really only chit-chat and handbags. There was never any sort of 22-man brawl situation, was there? You know, and
there wasn't a, some sort of challenge or something which has caused major injury.
Exactly. Well, the end of it is they've both gone in the book anyway. Alex Ward has been booked for Dunstable Town, but more importantly, Aaron O'Connor has also gone into the referee's notebook. They'll be off the referee's Christmas card list then this festive period. It's the result of it all. Eventually, is going to be a corner kick to Kettering Town over there on that far side.
The problem is, Nigel, Kettering had a good bit of momentum. That's completely gone.
Well, absolutely. Ball coming in. There's a header. Oh, back post. Oh my goodness!
And the Dunstable player, wasn't it? Yeah.
Somebody else moves in. I think that's Milnes who's moved into that position as well. This is a deep one to the back stick. Players going over, falling over in the box. Ball still loose. Chance here for Kettering to go 3 up. Well, it's in! It's in!
Somehow.
Well, I thought it was in before it was, but that's definitely been given a goal now.
Well, there's still arguments going on now. I don't know who it came off.
More nonsense again now, but the result is it's 3-0 to Kettering Town. It's Toseland who's gone to celebrate with the fans.
Well, it looked like Toseland was the one who got the first ball into the area. Hopefully we'll be able to see the replay very shortly. But
Aaron O'Connor was in there as well, which was the point of discussion and more pushing and shoving yet again. But I think that's Ben Toseland who's got the final touch on that, isn't it? Are we just having a look? Oh no, it's
been given to Aaron O'Connor.
Gary's given it to Aaron O'Connor down below. But it's be all on end all.
Well, Rennie Howe saying he got it. So
Rennie's saying that he scored it.
Well, I'm just having a look here. It looks like it comes off Aaron O'Connor.
Does it?
Well, Rennie Howe is there. Aaron O'Connor is there.
Yeah, mind you, he's close in, isn't he? Well, if Rennie's saying he's got it, he ought to know, really, hadn't he?
Aaron O'Connor plays it smartly towards Honez.
See, look at the numbers they've got back as well. Dunstable, look. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8 players behind the ball there at one point.
Well, Toseland's done well there, hasn't he? Gone past one, gets the cross in, goalkeeper comes out and connects straight away. O'Connor with the follow-up, couldn't get on the end of it.
Here comes the substitution now. We've been waiting for this for a few minutes, and it is going to be Aaron O'Connor who's going to be making his way off. So a big round of applause for Aaron O'Connor. Another good shift put in despite the penalty miss, and it's going to be 18, the substitute coming on for Kettering Town this afternoon, Ibi Akindi. So he's got, what's he got left? Well, he's got a good...
he's got a good amount of time to make a name for himself.
Good, nearly half an hour to make a name, yeah. So now's your chance, fella. Get yourself on and see if you can get in amongst and get yourself a couple of goals if possible. And Aaron O'Connor, of course, is expecting no real rush to leave the field with his side being 3-0 up. And just taking a gentle stroll off.
I think he'll be disappointed when he missed the penalty.
I think he will, but I think he'll also recognise as well, though, Matt, there's bigger games to come.
Oh, certainly.
He does enjoy his rants, doesn't he, Lyndon Meikle? But like I said a few weeks ago when we were watching, I don't mind that in a player.
No.
Providing it's constructive, providing it's not negativity, it's a good thing to see because it shows that the boy's passionate, isn't he?
Well, that's it. You're 3-0 up and you haven't stopped, you haven't gave up, you want more.
There he is again, look, with a good challenge, look.
Well, where's he going to place his ball this time? He looks up, if anyhow was an option there. He placed it forward towards Honez, back towards. Now, out wide, Howe with the cross in.
Oh, he's offside, Matt.
Offside there for Reece Honez.
Yes, as we say, it's not been too bad. We've had colder evenings up here, haven't we? But it's getting mightily chilly now as we... enter the latter stages. Well, about halfway point now in this second half. 24 and a half minutes gone.
Store with the back foot there, trying to get the ball back, but Kettering still continued to play high up into the Dunstable half. Reddinghouse still with the ball, plays it low across goal. There's going to be a shot there from Storer, comes off the defence again, has another go, tees it up.
Oh, nice! Oh, what a good goal that is!
Well, I tell you what, the goal of the month contender. From his, that's going to be a possibility, surely.
Well, I'll tell you what, Matt, you'll go a good distance to see a better goal than that this weekend.
Just for the composure and the fact he didn't panic. He had players swiping at him.
He didn't give up on it, did he? He had one effort that it was a bit of a swing and a miss to all intents and purposes, but didn't give up on it. The ball was still live. He was there. Nice little bit of play with his left foot, flicked it up, put it onto his right foot, and slotted it into the corner of the net. That's a very nice and tidy goal by Gary Storer, as we've still only played, 27 minutes of this second half, and they're already 4-0 down. Here's a corner kick to Kettering Town. It's a good one. Oh, it's a little bit too far. Yeah, Tom Marshall. He's going to keep it in, though, Matt, and we're looking to try and pump this back into the box, you would have thought. Left-footed, it's a decent cross as well.
Kettering players.
Oh, and they're all left it to one. Oh, that's a penalty as well. No, really?
Says no.
Well, that looked like
big shot in there from Ben Mills as well, but that looks a penalty.
That looked like a foul to me. I've got to be. That was as much as a penalty to me as the first one was, and that was absolutely blatant, the first one. But so Honez has come off, and we got Matty Stevens on. Can he try and nick himself? That's a better corner. Better free kick coming in. From Toseland. The ball's bouncing around in there again. Dunstable look to be at 6s and 7s.
Mulligan's there trying to get a shot on goal. Shot from Storer.
Didn't really
another go there.
Didn't really get hold of it, did he, Matt?
But he's done well though, just to keep that ball. It's played out wide towards Reddinghouse. Reddinghouse instead shows the ball, crosses it in.
Oh my
Stevens
goodness!
Wide. Oh, it's got a corner. Did it come off the keeper last?
Yeah, I think it probably just come off, flicked off the defender that was just there with him. But well, I thought that was going to be 5-0 there, and defence versus attack, isn't it? Training ground stuff. It's Meikle out there at the moment, who's come more and more to the fore in this game as he drives Kettering forward. It's Callan Thomas. Oh, that's a penalty, surely, isn't it?
Well,
this is absolutely ridiculous. He's got nowhere near the ball. He's nowhere near the ball, and Callan Thomas is taken down quite clearly.
That's 3 times now we've seen players taken out.
Yeah, well, Paul Cook's just relaying to us from down in the studio. He's looked at both of them again, the last 2 we've just had, and they're both penalties. And we can see there, yeah, he's definitely in the box. When he first makes contact, it's right on the line, which is classed as in the box, isn't it?
Yeah.
And he's nowhere near the ball. He's absolutely nowhere near the ball.
Throwing goes in there from Dunstable. McKindy looks up and keeps the ball on, plays it forward, trying to pick out Matthew Stevens. Stevens is there, puts the pressure on, the number 5. Tries to get on the end of it if the ball bounces nice.
He'll get this. Yeah, he has got it as well. Oh, well, that's another one. That's got to be a penalty as well. Oh, and he's given this one. He's actually given this one.
So the ratio is half and half.
Half and half.
50%.
That's 4 blatant penalties, and he's given 2. Again, if you see it again, defender's nowhere near the ball, Matt. He had no choice.
Yeah, but if anything, that one probably looked lesser, I think, than.
Well, yeah.
But and the fact Stevens did continue though.
Yeah.
You know, he tried to carry on, and it is Stevens who is lining up to take this.
Yeah, he's going to take it. I thought Rennie Howe might want it. Means he's going for his hat-trick. But here's Stevens for 5-0.
And he scores.
And that's what Aaron O'Connor should have done, straight down the middle.
Exactly. He just powered it in there, didn't he? Yeah. And it was a well-took penalty. As you said, I'm surprised Rennie Howe didn't.
Yeah, for his hat-trick. Yeah, surprised Rennie didn't take it. But keepers are always going to dive, or 9 times out of 10 they're going to dive in a situation like that and go to one corner or the other. Matt Stevens recognised that, pumped the ball straight down the middle into the net. Well, it is completely game over now. Kettering have gone nap hand, Matt.
That's
it's 14 there, and Marshall's. It's Storer, sorry. No, it's Storer who's coming off. Of course it is. 14 is Storer. So Gary Storer, again, really good shift, played well again today as Gary Storer. Certainly impressed me over the last couple of games, and no doubt his manager, because he's been starting him.
Go on, stick one in,
so
Brett.
Brett Solkin then.
Straight in there.
The half-a-century man, almost, makes his way onto the pitch. Can he cap this appearance with a goal? Could do, you know. It's a corner kick to Kettering Town. Right-footed, coming in, Milnes with it. Here it comes. There's Marshall up there with a header, and he hits the post. It's going to go in. It's 6-0. Goodness me. It's 6-0. And it wasn't Marshall I first saw. It was Stevens. It was Matt Stevens. So there we are. Goodness me. It's 6-0. Matt Stevens was there. Header. Played 3 minutes added on time now, so I can't imagine there's much more than about 60 seconds left. So there was that rather load of nonsense at the start of the second half, where there was 11 players involved in. Well, it wasn't really a fracas. It was more handbags, really, just a bit of pushing and shoving and words being said and players getting involved that, quite frankly, didn't really need to get involved. The referee seemed to take an age to sort it out, but well, he did eventually, and dished out a couple of yellow cards. And in fact, there is the final whistle here at Latimer Park. So it's all very convincing stuff, and it's finished here. Kettering Town 6, Dunstable Town 0. Well, that's it from myself, Nigel Green, until next year, till 2018. So thanks ever so much for joining us, and I hope it's not been too much of a drag for you listening to my voice droning on about the football. But that's it for me. So please, on my behalf, have a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year, and I'll see you in 2018.